All right, let's move on to another story that is an ongoing one that we've been watching, and that has to do with Southwest, which revised its fourth quarter forecast this morning after the airline had mass cancellations during the holidays that left thousands of passengers stranded. The airline adjusted its fourth quarter forecast, says now it's expecting a net loss. It had been a strong profit, and confirmed, get this, the total number of cancellations over the holidays, 16,700 flights canceled by Southwest, which is just, we knew it was a lot. But just to see that number, 16,700 from December 21st through December 31st is just quite something. And then there are some of the numbers here. Available seat miles, which is a measure of capacity, down 6% in the fourth quarter is what the company is saying. And it estimated loss of revenue of $400 million to $425 million. So this obviously, I mean, we knew this would have an effect. This just puts a little more detail around that.
I mean, for a company that's not expected to get back to full capacity until the end of this year, you got to imagine what a customer hit this could really kind of kick off, or has already ensued as a result of some of the pain points and the struggles. But again, at the same time, there is a history of customers leaning into just price comparison despite one of the snafus like this. And so it is a question of if customers will still continue to say, you know what, they got the better price, we're still going to buy with them. We know what the risks are when we do fly anywhere. There could be cancellations, but you hope that as the capacity comes back up to pre-pandemic levels, that we do run into less of these issues. But this was more about some of the underlying software as well that you've pointed out.
Yeah, Raymond James estimating almost $600 million in lost revenue for Southwest because of this issue. And then I think the second thing you have to be on the watch for, who takes the fall for this? Is it CEO Bob Jordan? Is it his operations guy? No, the entire executive team at Southwest will not come through this, I would argue, unscathed. I think right now they have to figure out how to get things resuming or back up to full snuff. And then, of course, everybody always likes a good fall guy, especially when you're losing hundreds of millions of dollars because of a process that you should have reinvested in 2-3 years ago.
Well, and I think you brought this point up when it happened. Gary Kelly, what kind of responsibility? I mean, not that there's going to be a consequence. Maybe, I mean, I guess the consequence could be he would be removed from the board, but you know, the seeds of this problem were definitely sown under his purview because there were calls from the union and elsewhere prior to this for them to fix the system. I mean, it's interesting, you guys. I remember when Southwest has always been a discount airline, but it definitely had a great reputation, call it 10, 20 years ago, right, as being a friendly, kind of more fun airline to fly. And you have to think that that reputation is pretty severely, maybe permanently damaged.
Grounded. It's been grounded.